So, hello and welcome to the 1st of January. Well, it's my 1st of January, and it's the first day of Color A Weirdie day. So I'm really excited about this because it's going to be a huge, huge project, and it's going to be mega fun, and it's going to be commencing, today, and it's going to go on the whole year, I hope. I mean, of course, if nobody's interested, nobody wants to play with me, then I might, just give up. But I'm not going to give up to begin with. I'm starting, and we're going to start on the first day. I'm going to show you the books and just shortly explain the concept and everything. But first of all, I just want to share to a few places. And if you don't have your Weirdie of today, then get it and play with me. And, it's okay to sit and color something else when we're doing the Weirdie a day. You can color whatever you like. You don't have to color Weirdie. You can still join us and have fun by coloring something else. So anyways, the idea is that we just color the Weirdie, and you can get it every day. The page will be available for free. Well, it's set at 0+, so if you want, you can tip me. If you enjoy my videos and my stuff, then you can give me a tip if you like that. And if you can't afford it, then that's okay too, because that's the reason I put it up at 0+. All the Weirdies that we will be doing are in books, and the first book is January. Oh, that's too bad. Not getting the image. Oh, that's too bad, Beverly. The video won't load. Oh no. Ooh, that might be. Yeah, I can't help you with the technical part there because I have no idea. Might be a restart is required or something like that. Well, anyways, I hope that you figure it out, because I don't know. I'm not really. I don't use Windows. Maybe try. I mean, I always use the browser I use is Google Chrome. That works really well. Or Firefox. Those two browsers are really, really good browsers that can do a lot. So I would try to get Google Chrome or Firefox. They're really good browsers. Anyways, I'm just going to go quickly share this, and then I'll be back. And if you guys want to share, please feel free to share. And I'll be back to color in a minute. Well, I'm going to be showing you the books and talking a little bit about the concept before I actually start coloring. That's why I started a little bit early today, because I need a little bit extra time to talk. So just gonna be back in a jiffy. So yes, I have shared it and I am back. I'm back now. So yeah, I hope that Beverly, you will get that fixed with the browser. So I think, that probably it will help if you get the Google Chrome or Firefox. So the ones that we're going to be doing in January are from this book, Weirdies 1. And some of you may have the PDF from the Epic Christmas giveaway. and I'm doing them in the order that they appear in the book. There's an album that's called January, I think, in the Color A Weirdie Day group, where you can see all the banners of the 1st of January. So you can see which ones it is, and I will be changing the banner to the drawing of tomorrow after this video. And there are 12 books in total with the Weirdies as a tool: February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So there's quite a lot. There's for all the months, there's one for every day. And the cool stuff about the Weirdies also is that you can turn them upside down, and then a lot of them will result in a whole new image, which is pretty funny. If you see this one, then you know, if you turn that upside down, you'll get a different impression of it. So that's another thing you can play with. Yeah, I am right back now. So I'm gonna start with coloring this one as the first, and I think, you know, I'm gonna break out my big chameleon set. It's gonna like have a world premiere on this first Weirdie, Color Weirdie of a day. I'm gonna try out the colors. So I'm not gonna be doing blending and color tops and all that today. I'm just gonna try out the colors to see them. I'm still having a problem opening this huge box, but it's getting there. Now it's open. But I wanna see all the colors, and I wanna have a try. You see, that's a beautiful big set. There's a lot of colors in there. So I'm gonna be trying those out. And you will, of course, get my immediate reaction to them. So this is the way that they've ordered them. I haven't had them out. I haven't tried them yet. So this is the way they're ordered from Chameleon. So this is the way they came. It's a huge set. So I'm going to see. We're going to test out these colors. I really don't understand why they start with the greens, not the yellows. But yeah, well, anyways, so I guess we'll be starting with the green to sort of go. I want to go in the order. You know, I'll go this way, and that way. But anyways, we'll try it. And you colored it, Linda. Nice. There is also an album on Color A Weirdie A Day group where all the colored, you can put up your own colors in the album. I've made, like, in the description of an album, a little guide how to put them up or how to sort of post them, that you sort of, let's say, Weirdie, and then the date, because it's important to know which date it was from, and then colored by, and then your own name, and that's sort of it, you know, and then you can hit it up. And the ones I see around, I will, of course, hit them up if I can, but if you guys hit them up yourself, it will save me a lot of time, and it will be wonderful to see each other's results. So there will be an album like that for each month. Now we're gonna just start with January and jump straight in, and I hope you all are ready. The one for tomorrow is already up on PayHip, and there are posts on the page where, you know, you have the link to get it. For those who don't have the book or the PDF with all of them, then you can go in and get it at 0+. So you can go and get the daily drawing for free, and I'll be hitting them up, you know, like the day before. So when I'm done today, I'll put up the new banner for tomorrow, and I will hit up the book for the 3rd of January, so that you sort of have a day before to get it. And I guess, you know, when I hit up the 3rd book, I think now, you know, here I will I'll let them stand for the first month, because it's commencing, it's new, maybe new people will join us and everything. So for the first month, I will let them stand. And the other ones that we were coloring before the new year, if you want to get them with the 0+, you should probably be busy about getting them, because I will be putting them all together in one set with all of them, and with my colored, once I've scanned my colors, It's going to be a set with those 11 drawings and my 11 colored results in a PDF that you can get, and it will be set at a fairly reasonable price. It won't be very expensive, I think, but at least, you know, it will be like that. Oh, there's like some tape here, I guess, holding these on. Strange. It's not very practical, so I'll just have to pull off this tape, I guess. It's because I've never opened it before, so I didn't even know that there was a tape on it. So now I got that tape off. Is there tape on this too? It doesn't seem like it. It was just on the bottom part. The tape is off. Chameleons are totally exposed. So nice, Johanna. Also nice to see all of you guys. So I'm going to start from this end. And that's and now I'm just going to try out the colors because I just want to see the colors. And I think I'm going to start here. It's a nice middle thing to go out from. That looks pretty cool. So I'm just going to be going like that, just to test the colors first. I want to see what each and every color looks like. So I'm just going to be doing that. So far, I think they're green, so I'm not a very big fan of. I like some greens, so I like that first one. It was very vivid. This is a bit darker, but I want to just see the range of the colors we got in the set, because I will be working with them on some of the weirdies. I mean, I won't be working with the same. Oh, that's nice, Gertje. Nice to hear that. I won't be working with the same colors every day, or I will be switching it up and trying different stuff, because otherwise it gets boring if it's always the same. But I'll definitely be doing something with the chameleons because I want to try the color tops. But first I just want to get familiarized with the set and the color range in the set, because this is the big one, the limo of their line. So let me just test them out. And why I'm using them is because I actually also have the refills, which is pretty neat. So then I won't be too worried about running out of color. So yeah, just gonna try them out. This is a nice olive green. I like that green. It can be useful for a lot of things. And I've already hit up a few colored in the album with the colors, really beautifully colored. They're looking good. And I'll of course also be hitting up my own so you guys can see mine. And in the future we will have guest hosts, so I probably won't be coloring every day. But in the future I'm hoping that we can get other artists to come in and color and maybe tell us a little bit about their own books, so we can get a bit inspired and get to know others too. So I know at least there's 2 who will go and try, and I am quite sure we will get more artists in, or colorists. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be an artist to get in guest host. What you have to be able to do to guest host is of course to be able to do the live video, and you have to be able to speak English, because it's sort of the main language to get out in. So I'm just doing, this will be very color explosive, I think, because I'm trying out the colors here. And it's just sort of to get a feel of the range I'm working with. And this one is a funny one. It's not really like any of the other weirdies. I think there's only one that's a little bit like this one in the style. Otherwise, it's quite different, this one. And probably why I put it as the first one, I don't know. I don't remember what I was thinking. But I did, the first book came out December last year, because it was sort of like a year thing, you know, with a book every month. And now I just thought it could be funny to color them all. It's a funny challenge for myself and for the guys who wants to follow it and have a chance to get into it. And we'll be doing these programs and it will be fun, I think. It's funny with these yellows, they come on dark, but they do dry up pretty lighter. So yeah, we're already through a lot of colors here. I'll definitely have to order these in my own order of how I think they should be arranged in the sequence for sure. They do go down, yeah, darker. So if you have any comments or if you're coloring yours, you know, hit up a little picture of it so I can see where you're at, or ask me something if you like, and we can talk about that. We had a chill day today. It was funny. That was the start of the Danish X Factor was on today from 8 to 9. And we were watching it, my daughter and I. And there came this guy on that they were all in awe of him, and he was singing, and they were like, oh, he went straight on. And my daughter was like, he's giving me stress, Mom. He's like a yoga kind of person. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, that yoga, you know, sometimes we have it in school and I really hate it. It gives me stress. I get like a headache from it. so she's sort of like, she just hates yoga, and she hates yoga people. She's like, no, sometimes when I'm on YouTube, you know, you get these women and they're on the floor and they got lights on and it's horrible. So my daughter hates yoga people and yoga in general. She was like, when she was going off to bed, she was like, I was almost developing a headache from this yoga guy. I think he's like that calm, you know, she didn't like that at all. It was really funny. I was laughing because most people find this yoga people and yoga thingy calming and soothing and everything, and she just gets like stress from it. And yeah, I was laughing about that. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's kind of annoying too. So I guess she's not that different from me. So yeah, I'm having fun with these just to see what the colors are that we're playing with here. You remember the other day when I made a mistake with the chameleons? I could lift out the mistake with the colorless blender. That was pretty cool. I lifted out pretty well. This is nice. So far it's nice. Getting to know them. I like the weight of them, you know, because they are this long. They have a good weight in the hand. Started on the outside. Well, you know, you can maybe just say the name of the color that you're using or something like that. I didn't think I could do it talking either, but it seems to be working for me after I've done it a few times. You know, sometimes I do forget to talk, but then the comments or you see somebody coming on can help a little bit get it kick-started again. So I think, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, trying a few times and then you'll feel more comfortable with it, Johanna, I'm sure. I'm definitely getting better at it than I was in the beginning. So, I feel more comfortable with it than I did in the beginning. In the beginning, I felt like awkward, but I don't feel as awkward anymore. And that's probably because most of you guys are so nice and supportive. If you weren't, I might still feel horribly awkward. Sometimes I feel a little bit like I'm a maniac, you know, sitting alone talking to myself, but I'm not talking to myself. I know that. And you guys know that. So, you know, in that respect, it doesn't really matter. So here I'm going into a pinky. I'll definitely have to rearrange them. Work with them a bit in the color companion so that I can see which order I think they should go in. So we're just gonna keep this one going out a bit. This is nice. They are pretty, you know, like, you know, they are really nice markers. Also, if you are not blending them out, you know, they are nice to work with and use. So there's no reason why one can't sort of use them in a different kind of way also. You know, you don't have to blend and grade everything. You can also just color with them. So I'm done. I'm gonna test these out now. We're coming to some lighter pinks. I am hoping those darker pinks will be a lot darker because I like my magentas and purples, and I do like that. And I also like to have some lime. And there's one, this is not really lime, but yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So 1st of January, for me, I know that some people are maybe already on the 2nd. Depends where in the world you are. But for me, it's the 1st. And I've had a very quiet day because yesterday I colored for 3 hours and 45 minutes. I colored the Passionata, and she got really pretty. And but it took a long time to color her because she was very, very detailed. And we just had a little party, coloring, chatting, and just having a good old time. So that was very nice. It was a nice way to sort of start the new year. So I think I'm gonna go here. I don't have any plan because my only plan is to try out the colors here and see what they look like. And then the plan will sort of take shape during the coloring. I'm not gonna go into the grays, I think, because that's not as interesting. I want to do that on another one where I sort of only go grays. I think that could be pretty cool. And now we're up in the nudes. This is what they call the nudes. So that's the skin tones for them. And I was missing a bit here, so I should do that first. Yeah, I know you color really fast. Ah, so you can't even put in a picture. That's strange. I'll have to look if it's something about the settings in the group settings or something. I wish you had that too, Whitney. That would be nice. But you know, maybe you can. I think you do have the Weirdie's PDF from the Epic Christmas giveaway. Then you could print them in advance and take them out. If you do that, then you have them ready because they're in that Weirdie's one PDF that was in the Epic Christmas giveaway. That's the first book is in there. So maybe that would be a possibility. I'm not sure. I've never really liked skin colors or peach. I remember one time it was fashionable to have peach in your house. And my mom, she had the living room painted peach, and I just hated it. And also dusty green, sort of like pastel-y dusty green was also really popular. And I really didn't like that either. And yeah, I actually kind of resented that. To live in it, it was like, oof, awful. But then again, you know, I've always been for very vivid colors. I remember I went crazy in my house in Spain once. And I'd had it like beige and brown, very, you know, like neutral. So I decided that it should be happy. So I painted all the walls like really sunflower yellow, and then I did orange, magenta, and red around the woodwork. It was like crazy, but it looked really good. I also made the kitchen red. Yeah, this is definitely skin colors to me. But you know, it's a nice range, you know, you can work with them. And especially when you can do this grading and, you know, then it's nice if you're coloring skin. I usually, when I color skin, I make it purple, blue, or green, and then I just say it's an alien. It's a very easy way to get around that skin coloring thing. So that's something that I take full use of. Little tricks. So this is our first weirdie. It's gonna be interesting because, you know, it's gonna be funny to see how many people will join, and, you know, for sure, you know, these first weeks there's probably not that many, but, you know, maybe more will join us as we get along, and and it will be fun. Let's hope so. I'm hoping for lots of fun with this project. And I'm hoping to see a ton of funny colored weirdies that sort of just jump out and say hello, and yeah. So it's pretty, yeah, I'm gonna get to know this set better for sure. We're all gonna get to know each other better, especially if we have a guest host on and we get to see those artists' books as well, and get to hear a little bit about what they like to do and where they're at in their art, and see their books. You know, the guest host can show off one book per weirdie if they want. After coloring, they can sort of take one of their own books and present it and show it off. And if you're a colorist, you can just talk about what you like to color, and maybe, you know, show off your favorite book, the one that you love the most, or something like that. You know, let's all see what each other really digs. You know, that can be possible. I mean, this is not a set thing where everything is pre-planned or rules about everything, and I kind of hate too many rules, so I like to make a lot of stuff a little bit more open, and have more possibilities of different things going on. So yeah, as long as we have fun and we're open and can sort of, you know, see each other's work for what it is and respect it, then that is pretty cool with me. So of course, if you're a colorist and you're going to be guest hosting, don't worry about showing your favorite book and it's another book that it's not one of mine or something. It's nice to see what everybody's interested in and what you are loving at the moment, or, you know, so there's nothing wrong with that. And it would also be, yeah, nice to see other artists get in and do some guest hosting and show off their work too, and talk a little bit about their tricks and tips of what they do. So yeah, we're moving on, and now it's just switching. I mean, the way they put up the colors here, I don't understand it, so I'll have to really work on that. But that's fine, you know. I mean, you don't have to do it at the same time. You just do it on your own time, and I won't be posting the same time. I mean, I can't commit to a certain hour. I will try to like do it every evening. But, you know, sometimes if I have to do something, or if I'm invited somewhere, I might have to do it earlier or later. So then you'll have to catch it either, you know, later after the live is on. Because to commit to do something at the same time every day is sort of an impossibility, I think. So that's that purple here. It's going to be fun to see how this develops when I'm just like having no plan of how the colors are going to be, because I'm just testing them in the order that they're put in the set. It's going to be interesting, I think, where that will take us. where it will lead us and what the result will be. That will be interesting, very interesting. I did actually, you know, when we were watching this X Factor, me and my daughter, I did draw a few funny drawings, a few funky new ones. I hate to sit in the couch without doing anything. I really am. I suck at doing that. So I usually have the iPad there, and then I just sit and draw and send it over to the computer to work on and clean and look on further. So yeah, I have a good time with that. This is gonna be fun. I like this purple. Always liking purples. So Melissa is, yeah, it's just you do it on your own time when you can, and sometimes it will be late when I post the videos, or when I make live videos. Sometimes it will be early. I'll try to say in advance about, you know, like more or less which hour I will be on. But as we all know, life is not a constant, so there's always things that switch up and things that happen. So it's difficult to be absolutely 100% all the time of when it's going to be, because things happen. And I'll try to be as consistent as I can, which is probably the biggest promise I can give. So this is gonna be pretty, I think, even though it's gonna be like a little bit weird in the colors because of the way that they're set out in the set. But we're gonna at least see the colors now, and then we'll see how they will be to work with later. And, you know, sometimes I might set a little, you know, a little challenge to do it in 4 different colors, or, you know, that could be fun too. Or you guys can set yourself a challenge and tell the rest of us what your challenge was when you started out the picture. Or just color like me with a font. Hi Julie, nice to see you. I'm trying out the colors of the big chameleon set, so I'm just doing it in the order that they put the colors in the pack, just to see the colors and their order, and that order doesn't really fit with what I see or my sequence, but I just wanted to see their order and just try out each color, because it's the first time I'm trying out the full set. So just to get a feel of the different colors inside, I'm doing it like this. Hi Alex, nice to see you. So yeah, that's what I'm sort of aiming at, just to get a feel of the big set, and then I'll probably rearrange them heavily so that they sort of fit my idea of how they should be ordered in the colors. So this is a lighter purple, more like a lavender, I think. Don't know what they call it. VO2. There's a color guide in there somewhere. I'll have to look at that. Well, probably, you know, I'll do a color chart with them. I'm just going to do some special charts for these, because I want to do some charts where I also see the color tones, because I have those tones, color tops, to blend from one color to another with. So I'm going to do like some charts that will probably go in my color companion too. So it will be, or maybe I'll make a full one that sort of just fits with the chameleons, because there's so much to test out with them, with all the blending and everything. It's nice to see you, Alex. Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. As was a crazy Happy New Year. Crazy. I colored for 3 hours and 45 minutes yesterday. That was like a long one. But Passionata, she got really pretty, and she didn't eat any cats, mainly because there were no cats to eat, I guess. But she seems to be pleased with her colors, at least. of what I can tell. She hasn't said a lot. Drawings tend to be quiet. But when you look at her, it really does look like she's shouting out loud because she's so full of color now. My daughter was pretty impressed with it. She was like, wow. So that was pretty cool. They are relaxing. That's great. Thank you, Alex. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, it can be, yeah, I guess it can be relaxing and also entertaining in some weird way. And, you know, I have a good time doing them. It's nice to interact and yeah, of course you don't have to actually color to enjoy the videos or have fun with it. So yeah, this is nice. I like this blue. It has this vibrant blue color that is really, really nice. So a nice blue color. What was that one called? BV4. It's a nice blue, that's for sure. Very vibrant, very, very full. Sometimes it's hard to find nice blues. I think this one is a very pretty one. I might actually even go for having it in here with the eye. You know, like maybe this around here, I think it will be that blue, just so that I can show it off a little bit more, that blue. It's a lovely blue. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, we just had a quiet day today with some nice, well, you know, leftover foods, but it was, you know, when I have leftover foods, I always try to rework it so that it seems like something new, so it's not the same as what we had. It was like a pork roast that we had the day before yesterday, and I made some slices and cut them up, and then I heated them in a wok with some rice and some sweet peas and some maize corn, and then I still had the sauce from the pork roast that I just served it with on the side. So it was a very nice full dish, and yeah, it tasted good. And it's a different way than how we had the roast. And tomorrow is going to be big cooking day because I got that really cheap duck the other day and now it's defrosted. Well, tomorrow it will be defrosted, so I'll slow cook that for 6 hours and then we'll have that for dinner. And that will probably also stretch into, I mean, it's only for my dad and for me and my daughter, so it will probably stretch into next day too. So these two very cheap, normally very expensive things, I have gotten quite a lot of meals out of that, and I'm happy with that because it cuts down on the food cost a lot and still makes sure that we get something really nice. So I love when they put all the food down in the supermarket because they can't get rid of it after Christmas and New Year's. So I tend to take advantage of that and then just cook that. So I might try to do the duck a little bit different than the traditional Danish. I'll probably maybe do it like more like orange, or yeah, try to make a twist on it so it's not like the Christmas dinner was. So also I don't want to stand and make all the other extras that went with the Christmas dinner. I want to do something different. And yesterday's meal was really nice. I'm still waiting for the final result of the cooking competition I'm in. And then the new rounds will commence probably, I think, next week or something for the second year of Steamed Iron Chef. And then we'll see if I want to participate or not. I'll have to sort of think about it because I really love that weekly challenge with the product. But if it's going to be very much ruled by if you're vegan or not, then I'm not really sure I want to do that, because it doesn't say that it's a vegan contest. But my sense of justice was that the vegans had an advantage, at least in the placements. But I could be very wrong. You see, this one, that blue shouldn't have been between, because this is a lavender thingy. So it's definitely wrongly placed in the box, because poof. Well, I'll have to reorder that box very much before I can really use the set the way that I think it should be used. But that's the part of the fun of getting to know your colors, is you know, trying them out and seeing where you think that they should belong, and what you can do with them. So definitely a good thing. So I think, yeah. So there's no real plan here except for to try them out. This is nice. And then we'll see what we end up with. A Weirdie a day keeps the stress at bay and sends smiles your way. That was the slogan that I came up with for this. So a Weirdie a day keeps the stress at bay and sends smiles your way. I like that. That's pretty neat. I can work with that. So maybe we should go and do that in here, I think. I'm not sure what's it gonna be like here in the round ones in the center, because I kind of see that like a set of eyes, but they're not gonna be regular eyes, I guess, not with the way I'm coloring it now. Hi Dawn, nice to see you. Great to see you back here, and thank you for nice company yesterday for New Year's. That was really lovely. I hope you got into the new year well. I know that it was a bit after that I finished. I got to bed so late. It was really, really late. So yeah, this one definitely, I'm just gonna move it now so that it's not in that same order. Then I'm gonna go for next blue here, because they have quite a few blues, I see, which is nice. To have a choice of blues. Now it's just gonna be a little bit messed up here. So this is a darker blue. It's actually also a full, nice dark shade of blue. It's developing nicely. It's a nice color. And I think this will continue, it will go here. It'll be interesting to see what I get to when I get up there again. So definitely, they're also nice. I'm using the brush tip, the smaller pointed tip, which is a nice tip to work with, which can also really get into the small spaces, and you can control it very nicely. It's not a real brush tip like the ones on the SIG Clean brush. It is a felt brush shaped tip, but it works really nicely, and it seems to keep its shape nicely as well, which is a good thing. So that was just my dad walking through. At least he had something to eat today, so that was good. Well, he also had something to eat yesterday and the day before. So I guess maybe he'll stop telling people that I don't feed him. That's kind of funny that he tells people that I don't give him food. That's not true. I do. It's just a lot of times that he doesn't want it because it's not the food that he likes. And I have to cook on a budget, not for a certain taste. I cook what I can afford and what I think fits, and also what my daughter likes, you know, that I put a little bit more emphasis on what she really likes. I mean, I'm not always cooking things that I like, Definitely not. I'm more cooking things that they like. That's why I enjoyed the competition so much, because it gave me a chance to cook something, be creative, and cook things that I really dig, you know, that I really enjoy. So that's why I'm probably going to continue with the competition, even though I am a bit annoyed with the vegans seeming to have an advantage. But you know, I'll work on my plating, and it will get better and better. I will also become better. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep those white in there so far, because I haven't made up a decision. Oh, you're coloring and listening too. Watch the same. You're gonna become crazy now. You can't watch, just listen. You will do it your way for sure. I know you will. You will find your totally own way, Johanna, to do it, and it will be interesting. I'm quite sure. So somebody's calling me, and I'm not picking up because I'm busy. So no, I'm not picking up. I'm busy. No. So yeah, it will stop in a minute. Right now, I don't have time to pick up the phone, so maybe I'll call back later or send a message. So it stopped. It happens sometimes, this phone calling. At least it didn't went in on my computer and everything. Sometimes it starts ringing everywhere, and that can just sort of drive you crazy when it's ringing everywhere. So this is also another nice blue. I think actually the blue so far in this set has been neat, in my opinion. Yeah, very nice. Nice to work with. Now it's coming into a nicer, like a lighter blue. Oh, I can see that they have them. This was a royal blue. Now I see, okay, on the top of them, I'm sitting looking at the top. It says the number BL4 cornflower blue. So actually I have the name right in front of my face every time before I pull out the color. So yeah, I'll just go back with the royal blue because I wanted to, I forgot a spot up here, you know, to get in there. Because we also have to get started up here, get it sort of going a little bit. So yeah, so that's how fast I am. I've been sitting looking at the names without realizing that I was looking at the names before I even picked them out. So that was a good thing that I realized that. So now we're going on to BL4 cornflower blue. I'm looking forward to cornflower blue. I love cornflower blue. So I'm always interested in seeing what kind of cornflower blue it is in any given set. This looks pretty. Looks very pretty. So that's a good thing. And tomorrow we're gonna get visitors early. Well, Victoria's gonna get a guest early. She's got her little friend coming. And that was just the door you heard there. My dad is walking through again. She's coming already at 11 in the morning. And then they're gonna have a play date and hopefully have a fun time. I think they will. They always have a fun time, these two girls. And then, you know, choo choo. This is nice. It's definitely a lot of blues, and it will be going into turquoise in a minute. Well, it's a sky blue and a baby blue before, and aquamarine, so there's definitely a range of the blues. Quite a lot of greens too. So I had expected that they would go more like in a different kind of range when you know, that they would be closer to each other, the colors, but since, you know, they have the blenders and the color, the blah, 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 the color tops, then they don't really have to be that close, because you can create everything in between, which is really neat, and which is what we will be getting into more as I get to know the set and the colors better. So you will sort of be learning with me, as I haven't practiced that much. So I'll be just kicking myself into it here, and I'll be, you know, sort of what's it called? Experimenting with you guys. So a lot of my learning with this will be by doing, and I'll be doing that with you guys. So that will be fun. But I will be coloring with all kinds of different ones. I have to work up the colored pencil ones, because I'm not that great with colored pencils. So I have to really, we'll get there, we'll get in there, we'll dig in there. And maybe you guys can give me some tips. So I'm loving this color. This is also nice. This was called Sky Blue, yeah. Sky Blue. I am really looking forward to the color tops and to see how it compares to my tip-to-tip thing. If it's how much, you know, the difference is from working with some that are designed specifically for it, then you know, I bet it will be much easier, or, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm just chit-chatting away. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, these markers are pretty neat. They are very neat. But it's the first time I'm trying this set, so I'm just trying to, you know, get to know the colors in it. So I haven't had it, you know, broken out, like, you know, tried them before. I've had them for quite a while, actually. So yeah, it's nice to see, you know, to get them out and actually play with them. But sometimes, you know, I remember once I had a set that I had like for a whole year before I even opened it and tried it, because I was sort of intimidated. But these, you know, yeah, probably had them for over 6 months, I guess. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think so. 4 or 6 months or something like that. So that's quite a long while. This is it's called Baby Blue, and yes, it's a very light blue. I like that color, actually. I like it. It looks very nice. It's almost grayish. So yeah. And I missed something here, so I'll have to backtrack up there, I think, because, you know, I want it also to be starting to go up there. So I'm just going to take out that sky blue again and just do this round here, so that we'll be moving up here too. Nice. But I like the box that they have them in, because it's easy to take out the color and put it back in. And once I get this ordered in the sequence I want, then it'll be perfect, because it's just taking it out and you have it there. You don't have them floating everywhere and having to put them back again. And so the box is really nice. So yeah, we'll go here with the baby blue. So getting to know this chameleon set. It's very light. You can see when it dries up, it's really, really light. So this is our first Weirdie, and if you don't have this one, then have a look in the in the description, because there is a link to where you can get this weirdie for free. It's at 0+, so if you like what I do, you can give me a tip. And if you can't afford to give me a tip, you can get for free and still be a part of the project. If you have Weirdies 1, the book, then you already have all the material you actually need to continue to be a part of the project here. So I think this is it for now with the baby blue. And then we are on to the aquamarine. I'm looking forward. The color looks beautiful on the top. I mean, that looks really pretty. So I'm looking forward to see what it looks like for real, because it looks so pretty here. You see here where the baby blue dried up. It's almost like there was no color, but there was. So it dries up really, really, really light, that one. But you know, that can be good for like snow or things where it's almost white and you just need a little hint of something. So that can be good. Can also be pretty annoying, but it can also be good. So I think here I'm gonna go here. This is a huge contrast. If these are totally in sequence next to each other, that's a very big difference. That's a very big shift. So I'm gonna be having, yeah, that was this one. So this is here. It throws me a bit. It's looking good so far. I mean, it's going to be a funny mess of colors, but let's see how it shapes up. You know, you never know. Even if you start out with a funny mess of colors, you can still get results that might surprise you. This one is called turquoise. I like turquoise. This is one of the colors that I really like. So we'll see how that fits in, ties in with it. Oh, Rose, that's nice. That makes me feel better. I'm a mess too. But usually, you know, I have my rainbow mess that I know exactly where I'm going. Or I have sort of made a small order of what I'm going to do. And in this case, I'm just taking them as they come. And then we'll see what happens. Which can also be fun. I mean, sometimes it's fun to be totally outside of your normal box and just go for it, you know? Just, I think that is nice. And then we'll see what it becomes, what we get out of it. You know, it probably won't be too bad. So, you know, it'll be colorful, that's for sure. Besides, this one is a bit, I mean, this one is difficult to make a color range because it's a funny one. It's a funny drawing. Well, I have myself to thank for it being a funny drawing because I drew it, didn't I? So, this is called BG1 Lagoon. Lagoon. Well, you know, I think that sky blue is more what I think of a lagoon, or like you really did that bright blue there. That was a really lovely blue. I don't think that this color is not what I associate with a lagoon. But okay, you know, I mean, we all have different takes on what is what. So yeah, I think it's gonna go here. Lagoon. I don't see it as lagoon. But anyways, you know, you can always argue about naming of colors. And then there's a green here. And there's just like a evergreen next to the lagoon. I don't know how that ties in. Or if you were supposed to start with the pinks and then going to the greens, or maybe you were supposed to go that way. Maybe that was their idea, that you went from the pinks up to the greens and then these greens and up to the nudes and up to that. That might be because they were just thinking in a reverse order than I think. Maybe my mind is in a different order than what they had planned this out in. It probably is. So I'm reversing it. So yeah. So I'm gonna be doing this evergreen here. That's actually a pretty neat color. This is very nice color. I like that. I really like that one. So that will be going up here. So maybe I should try to reverse it and try it in that way that they might have planned the sequence. See if that makes any difference for me. It might do. Might just do the trick. Might just be because I'm doing it all the opposite way around of what they had actually planned out. So maybe I should actually make this one here. Boom. 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 So we got a bit of that evergreen in there. And I think down here, I'm quite set. So that, yeah, I think that's the way they meant it, to start with that pink and then go that way. Yeah, I think I figured out how they had set up the idea of it. So, you know, maybe I'll just do that. Just to see if that makes any difference of how I see the order. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with their order now. And I'm going to start with that here. So we're going to go to start with the pink here. Just to see how that order fits. And then I'm going to do it here. Yappa-dabba-doo, yappa-dabba-doo. Yappa-dabba-doo. So we're starting a new sequence in their order, and we are starting with the Dusty Rose. I like that. That actually fit with the color Dusty Rose. I think that fitted really well. So there's going to be, and this is called Bubblegum. So let's see if that fits with the bubblegum. Yes, I think it fits with the bubblegum. Sort of pinky purplish bubblegum. So we're going to see if that order makes more sense. If I was just, well, you know, I'll still rearrange them because I like everything to start with the yellows. So I'll still be rearranging it to my own liking. And this one is called Peony Pink. I like peonies. They're so pretty to look at. I don't have flowers. I never have flowers at home. I mean, my favorite flower, if anybody were ever to give me a flower, is sunflowers. I really love sunflowers. But I really suck at keeping them looking pretty, you know. They sort of, either, you know, if it's the ones with the earth in it, I give them too much water and they die. And if it's, I mean, either I give them too much or I give them too little, they always seem to just die on me. So I'm just not great on the flower thing. I also tried cactuses and the same happened with them. So I'm just not very good at it. Sometimes you have to accept your own limitations, and I'm challenged when it comes to taking care of flowers. So I sometimes buy some, just, you know, for special, you know, if it has to feel like really, ooh, bright and nice and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not good at keeping them. So yeah, so there'll usually be some that are cut off and on a big offer or something like that. Really, they have to be cheap. I once had 100 roses sent to me from a really, like, you know, like a really fancy flower shop. I never found out who sent them. They were pretty nice. I dried them up. But they're gone now. That's a lot of years ago, you know. Nobody sends me flowers now. It would also be a waste of money to send me flowers anyways when they always die on me. So, yeah. This is gonna be pretty. Yeah, I think that they were meant to be in this sequence. So now at least I've maybe I've cracked the code. The secret admirer. Yeah, it was a secret admirer, but I never found out who it was. I remember I had a boyfriend at that time, and I called him because, of course, I thought it was him, because he could do crazy stuff. And I called him to say thank you for the flowers. Ooh, well, that didn't go down really well. And he was like, "What flowers? You hate flowers. You don't even like flowers." I'm like, "Well, I thought they were from you, but obviously they were not. They were not from him." So yeah, that was funny. He didn't think it was really funny. But since I never found out who it was from, then it doesn't really matter, does it? So, but they sure were pretty. And I was living in a tiny, tiny apartment in a backyard apartment. So I think, you know, that person that came with the flowers, the delivery, was like sort of a little bit thinking that's weird. She's getting like 100 red roses, long-stemmed red roses from the most expensive flower shop. I was laughing. It was funny. It sure made an impression, that's for sure. This is nice. So this is the sequence that they meant it to be in. They want to start the colors with the dusty rose. Also weird. It's a little bit weird to me. But yeah, I will be rearranging that. So I can start with the lightest yellow, because that just fits my way of thinking. This is going to be nice. But it does make more sense, because the other way around, I was like, So let's see if it makes more sense than the rest and how it's looking. I think I'm going to do this either way here. I'm looking forward to show you the ones that I drew. They're really nice, funky, and funny. Sort of weirdies, but a little bit like, yeah, twisted weirdies. Yeah, it is a great memory. It is a fun memory, you know, when you think back and you think, oh, there was once when I was a young girl, I got 100 long-stemmed red roses from a secret admirer that I never found out who was. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. And it was sort of this kind of red, really deep red, beautiful red. In my little tiny apartment. That was such a nice little apartment. That was my first apartment when I moved away from home. Moved away from home pretty early. And this little tiny apartment was so cute. And it was very, very dark because it was on the ground floor in the backyard. So there was no light coming down there. I painted the kitchen sunflower yellow, and all the cabinets, all the wood, I painted black because it was really not in a very good state. So, but I painted it sort of like a glossy black. It looked really pretty. It was sort of like when you went, and I also painted the ceiling the same yellow. So when I was sitting in the kitchen, which was actually the biggest room of the whole apartment, then it felt like I was sitting bathed in sunlight. You know, a little tiny kitchen there. It was very, very sweet apartment. I loved it because it was my first place, you know. And behind the kitchen, because it used to be a big apartment that was split up in the office and then a little tiny apartment back. So behind the kitchen, there was something that was supposed to be a pantry, but it was big enough to have like a 1.5 bed. And I had that, and on the wall, I made my closet above the bed that was just on the wall, and it was really, really tiny space. And then in what would have been the bedroom, I made my living room, and that was also a cute little room. It was a funny apartment. I think you always have very dear memories of your the first house or first apartment you had. You know, that's always, you know, you think back of, you know, that's this time where you're like, whoa, you're finally free, you have your own place. And so it was a lovely time to think back on. I didn't live there that long because I met my ex and we got a way bigger place together. But it's sort of a nice thing, you know, to think back upon that. I've lived in a lot of different places in my whole life because my mom also moved a lot. So, so I've lived in a lot of places, but the one I always think back was really, you know, that was my first little tiny apartment that I just loved so much. So yeah, so we have this. No, I'm like, not sure. I think it's gonna go like that. I'm gonna go down like this. This is very nice, deep color. What's it called? Burgundy. I was actually just thinking burgundy. So that's nice. They hit the right name on this one for sure, because it's definitely burgundy. And then after that comes orange, which is a funny switch from that deep to the orange. I would have probably gone to cinnamon or burnt umber, but that's because my sequence of colors would be totally different than theirs. My color order. But I think it's developing interestingly here on our very first Weirdie of the year. We just kicked off. I can't believe we started. Well, you know, I can't believe it. It has been a plan for some time, so it shouldn't be surprising. But still, you know, I have had that feeling. I can't wait to begin. And now we're here and we started. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. And I hope I'll see lots of Weirdies, and I hope we will have lots of Weirdie fun, because I've been really looking forward to it a lot, because I love all the Weirdie drawings that I made, but very few people have seen them. Those who have all loved them and colored them. So it's not like, it's just that not a lot of people have seen them. So now we're gonna see them, and hopefully many more will discover the fun of having Weirdies in their life, to give them a little smile and de-stress, and, you know, just have color fun without having to think too much. Just a little nice break for a great day. That's how I see them, you know? Not too serious, not too, just a happy little moment with colors. So I think it's gonna be pretty. I already did that. We already been there, doing that. So we're going up here. So here I think I'm gonna continue this one here. And it's gonna go out here. And it's gonna go here. And this one was called Seville Orange, like from the city Sevilla. So this is neat. So this one, yeah, what's this one? So I think I got it. And then already here we're moving on to, I think I'm gonna rearrange these yellows because I think that's wrong. It's the wrong order. So I'm gonna do this yellow. It's gonna go on this heart here because this is a darker yellow. I don't want to put a light yellow and a dark yellow and then a light yellow again. That wouldn't make sense to me at all. Because this is almost like a mustard yellow. And this is just developing from here because this is closed off. So now we're going to go down here. Yeah, it is. And I tried to start it, but now I'm sort of starting it finally. But with the original Weirdies. Because the one when we started the other one, Johanna, that was like when I was like drawing them and everybody could fill in, and that was with the second set of Weirdies that I haven't finished yet. And there was not really, because I think people didn't want to fill them in themselves, they just wanted them finished or something like that. So now we're gonna go for it with the just coloring, and I'm gonna finish the other Weirdies that I started back then. And that will be a new set. So maybe hopefully for next year, there will be new Weirdies. That could be pretty cool. If I manage to finish a whole new set of 366 Weirdies. A Weirdie a day. Keeps the stress at bay and sends smiles your way. Yeah, that's nice. That's what we're going for. And that one was called Warm Sunset. Then there's Mellow Yellow and Summer Sun. So we're going to go Mellow Yellow now. They call me Mellow Yellow. Yeah, so we're going to try out Mellow Yellow and see how that works for us. Color in pinks. You're coloring in pinks. That's nice. So purple, purple, purple. I'm not trying to be annoying. Purple. So you see that baby blue? It dried up almost white. I mean, really almost white. There is a little bit of a difference, but it's very, very white, you know, or very, very light grayish. Definitely, I don't know about that color. What's up with it? This is gonna be pretty, I think. I think it's gonna be pretty. And I think it's gonna tie nicely up. You know, we're gonna get some more color action up here after. But so far, you know, it's kind of funny with the skin colors in here and the blue tones there. So, you know, it is sort of shaping up, even though that there was absolutely no plan of the color sequence, except for trying Chameleon's color sequence. So it's working out. It's shaping up. So I think we're gonna go here. It's pretty. It's very pretty. So yeah, and we did that one there. So now we got another yellow coming, and that was the summer sun. The summer sun. Oh, my foot is itchy. I hope let's have a Weirdie's invasion so that everybody can laugh and have fun, and you know, it could be nice if everybody is smiling and yeah. So that was a message. So everybody's smiling and having fun, and you know, sending Weirdie's each other's way, and just not so serious, you know. If we all smile more, and you know, it will bring a lightness to each other. Sometimes everything is so serious. That's why we need Weirdie's, to not be too serious. You know, we need something that we can laugh at and be colorful with, and just forget about all the serious. I was gonna say shit around the world, but all the serious stuff. You know, just escape and have fun. Be a child. Be happy, and you know, forget about all the rest of it. You know, there's enough to worry about all the time for everyone. So to just have a little bit of innocent fun is good. And the Weirdie's, they're innocent fun, so that fits well. So these are cool beans. Very nice. Just need this one here. It's shaping up this Weirdie, and of course, yeah, when I finish, I'll be changing the banner to the Weirdie of tomorrow to remind everybody that tomorrow is a new day and a new Weirdie, and I'll be putting up the Weirdie of the 3rd because the Weirdie of the 2nd is already up, and you can go grab it. So that's what one is already up and ready and available, and go get it so we can have fun. Print it, and yeah, that is lovely. I think this one, I think I'll bring that green in here. And we're going out here. Definitely is not taking as long time as it did with the Passionata yesterday. My God, she was a killer. She was really, ooh, there was so much detail and little spaces. I'm so happy I had it printed in A3. That's another thing I want to tell you guys. If you think that there's too many little spaces in something, have it printed in A3. Or if you have an A3 printer at home, you can print it in A3 at home. But if you don't have an A3 printer, your printer might have a setting where you can print in something called poster mode, which means that you can print it over 2 US letter size or 2 A4 size, and then the drawing, you can print it over those 2 pages at the landscape setting, and then you can afterwards tape it together on the back side, and you will get the same as me, a bigger version, so that it's easier to hit them small spaces. So you know, if you're sitting and thinking, oh my God, my eyes, they can't do this, it's just too tiny, then you do have that option, and I think it will help you a lot. I mean, I have 2 reasons that I print it, because I print it in A3. First of all, because I like to color it in A3. Makes better for a frameable piece in the end if you want to frame it. And second of all, because in the video, it's much more visible to you guys if I am coloring on a bigger scale for the camera. So that's my reasoning for always printing in A3. And then because I'm so darn lucky that I have an A3 printer, so I'm gonna use it. But it just makes it much nicer and easier for you to follow and look the video. Otherwise, I would have to have the camera really close, and then all the time the pencils would touch the camera, or it would be inconvenient, to say the least. So yeah, that's the olive green, and then I'm gonna turn it around here so that I can get nicely through here to the other side. I think it is shaping up pretty nicely. And because I was out of their sequence in the first part, then we have this funky middle part. And as you can see when I'm turning it around, that it's interesting from both sides. And that's what you should do with every weirdie. Before you color a weirdie, sit down and have a look at it from the one side, then turn it around and have a look at it from the other side and see what makes most that's cool, Beverly. What makes most sense to you? Where do you see the most things? Because you can color them from both sides, and you will maybe put emphasis or see different things, or try to print two of them, and then one day you color it from the one angle, and then you put it away, and then the next time, maybe a week later or a month later, whenever, you take it out and you color it again, but from the other angle, and then you can compare what you saw and how you saw it. That could be fun too, because you'll definitely see it differently when you see it on the other angle. So yeah, that's worth trying, I think, just to play around with. So we got a little bit crazy on the olive, but I like that color. It's nice color, very nice color. So yeah, it's a pretty one. I'm having a good time with it. So here we go, next green up. So I think here we're gonna go, maybe I think I'm gonna go here. Gonna do a little twisting here. So yeah. And this one, I don't remember what it's called. I'll have a look. This one is called Green Apple. Yeah, when I think of green apple, I think of something brighter than this, but I may be wrong. But when I think about it, but it's always difficult with the colors, because when you do look at the top, it does seem like green apple, but let's see how it dries up. So here we go, here we go. Green apple going on. Doesn't look like a green apple to me. Then I think that yellow mixed with a little bit of green could become much closer to what I see as a green apple. But that's the fun thing. We all see things a little bit differently. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one here like that. I think it's gonna be interesting. And there's more green to come. So plenty of green to go around. There's definitely a lot of greens in this set, that's for sure. I think this one is going here. That's pretty neat. And then that last one here. So now in the end here, where we're at now on this weirdie, we're only missing this part down here. And then of course the top. I think it's been a nice exercise in trying out these colors. And tomorrow's weirdie looks a little bit funny. It's like, I always think about Christmas when I see it, actually. It sort of looks like a kind of animal to me. But you guys will have to check him out. You finished a pink weirdo. That is good. I'm looking forward to see it. Looking forward to seeing it. Neat. I like pink weirdies. I like all weirdies and all kinds of colors for them. because I think they're just funny in any way, constellation. So, and it's always nice to see how somebody saw the weirdie. So I'm looking forward to seeing lots of them and filling up albums with them and spreading a weirdie virus around. A weirdie virus. So we get a lot of people in to play weirdie games with us with this. So I hope so. We'll have fun and other people will join us and enjoy it and experience the true spirit of a weirdie. What is the true spirit of a weirdie? We'll have to think a little bit about that. So we're gonna go, there's still 2 more greens to go before we go into the lagoon. Before we hit head first into the lagoon, we're gonna dive into the lagoon. I think the baby blue, I'm gonna like dump the baby blue because it really isn't doing anything for me. I might even go in and put another color over it because it's just, you know, white. So, you know, that's maybe more for fancy effect on a snow picture or something like that, that where you can really play around with that. It definitely has a purpose, that's for sure. It just doesn't have a purpose here on my weirdie. Unless I had made it a snow star weirdie, but I didn't. I made a test the chameleon colors weirdie. And this test is going well. We're seeing all the colors and exploring them and figuring out that I see from the wrong angle. I started there. I should have started here. So, you know, they just saw it a little bit differently than I did. But I will definitely be rearranging the set in a big way so that it fits with my vision of how the colors should, how the color sequence should be, so that I can sort of play with my color spectrum and get into doing some rainbow stuff with them too. And really, I'm a little bit scared of the first time when I will run out and I'll have to refill one of them. That's a scary thing, but it will happen sooner or later. But it will also be interesting to see how long they can go, you know. Will they last me throughout all the weirdies? No, I don't think so. I don't even think that the refills will last me throughout all the 366 weirdies. I mean, that would be very optimistic, but you know, we'll see how long they can go on for. That is good. It's looking good so far. So far, so good. And we have one more green, the evergreen. That was when I picked up the evergreen, was when I realized that my mistake with the sequence of their colors. Yes, the true spirit of a weirdie is to entice you into using brilliant color combinations to bring them to life. Beverly, that's great. Yes, that is the true spirit of a weirdie. To get your imagination flowing and bring smiles to your face and just maybe also make combos that you never thought of, or that you know, to surprise yourself also. That's the spirit of a weirdie. Because this is surprising to me. But the result doesn't look half bad. I mean, it looks pretty awesome anyways. You know, it's getting its own form and shape. I wouldn't have dared to do this with Passionata because she seemed like a very, very feisty diva. So I had to be really careful about coloring her. But this one seems like a more forgiving type who's willing to try something new and sort of more open-minded maybe. Whereas Passionata seemed like it's my way or the highway. kind of diva. So this is pretty. And it's nice that I got started early. And I have sent out all the last books of the Epic extra book lottery. And if anybody has problems with their codes or anything, especially if you have the 24th, because I did make an issue there, I did have there was something wrong there. So then just, you know, hit me up with a message and I'll send you the fixed code, you know, the one that works. And make sure you go and get your second weirdie for tomorrow. And yeah, I will hit up the third weirdie today so that it's up there, so you can go grab it and have it printed and everything, and be ready to get down and weird with it. Now I sort of lost my way. I think I already did that. Yeah, I did. This is pretty here. So now I think it's a lagoon time. I thought that lagoon color was a little bit boorish, but it fits well with this sequence. Now that I know what the system was meant to be, then I can sort of see the idea of how they arrange the colors now. So that's always, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, even for people as slow as me, when I finally figure it out. And I shouldn't forget about it down there. I have to go down there as well, just to get those finishing ones. And here. Very neat. We're gonna go here and have some, let's see, what are we gonna do here? I think we're just gonna go for it like there. The lagoon in the middle, and then I'm gonna do that blob here. And the next one is the turquoise. Turquoise is coming up. And I haven't gotten into the browns and the grays because we'll do that at some other point. So this is the turquoise coming in here. Baby blue will be ignored. Baby blue will be ignored. Because you see that baby blue, you can't even see that it's colored. Not on this, it just doesn't go with this scheme, you know. So yeah. So I hope a lot of you will also be, I think the spirit is to become weird as a weirdo with weirdie drawings, and it makes you feel better anytime you color one. And you believe it, what you've done more than 50. You've done so many, and they're all awesome. So you do know about the weirdie spirit, because you've colored a lot of weirdies, Johanna. A lot of awesome. Another one who knows a lot about weirdies has to be Danny D-Force. She's also colored really a lot of weirdies. Really, really, really a lot of weirdies. So that's pretty cool. I think I might cover the baby blue with this lagoon here, because it's just doing nothing for me, and I can't have that sit and look at me doing nothing for me. So baby blue, bye to you. Was not nice knowing you. Maybe in a different drawing at a different time I'll appreciate you more and keep you, but in this one you're gone. So that was a nice goodbye to baby blue on this one, and he got switched out for lagoon. So I think that is it here. I think we're gonna do lagoon here too, because we got that one started. And then I'm gonna switch out the, no, this is not lagoon, this is turquoise. I shifted it for turquoise. And we got that here too. No, that was the last one. Oops. Oops. And I have that turquoise down here, so done with it. And then we're gonna move on to aquamarine. Aquamarine. And that is going here, just here in those circles. I'm gonna put that one. So yeah, going on and on to the break of dawn, going on and on. So yeah, so it's closing up. And I don't have to lift this one off because there's a darker color going over it, so there's no harm done in my little whoopsie. So yeah. So also be sure to, if you missed some of those other ones like the Yippee Dippy Da and the Yumsy Flumsy, Elephantasy, and all of those, be sure to go grab them while they're still in my PayHip for 0+, because I will be taking them out one of these days, and I'll just be making them into like one whole set so that they don't take out all that, take up so much space on the PayHip. And if you don't know, I have a new book out that I put out just the morning of the last day of the year, called The Big Book of Spheres, and it's at $9.99 on my PayHip. It's only on PayHip so far. I'm hoping in a week's time I'll have it as you know, on Amazon as well, but I haven't had time to put it up and do the rest of it there yet. But definitely it will be coming if you're more into the print books. But so far it's $9.99 on my PayHip. And a cool trick is, if you go in there and look at it, then there's the buy button, but underneath it you can actually do a social share. And if you do that, then PayHip will have registered it, and it will give you a 50% discount on the purchase, which I think is pretty good. Well, I set it at 50%. They did recommend that, you know, you give it 10 or 20%, but I'm thinking, you know, if you're going to give a discount, it better be a good discount. And I think a 50% discount is a very good discount. And it's 100 spheres, there's 100 drawings in there. So there's a lot to play with and have fun with. And I'll definitely also be playing with them. And I'm just going to go back and put turquoise on the baby blue down here, because I noticed that I failed to. So I'm just going to cover up that baby blue, get rid of it. That helps, because it's sort of bugging my eye that it seems like I forgot to color those parts. I do know that I'm sort of intertwining with the other, but I think it will still be a slight color difference, because the baby blue does have a little bit of color. It's just very little. So it won't be exactly the same as the other turquoise next to it. So I think it's gonna be okay, and we'll cut it up a little bit. So it's fine. Makes me feel better, I think. You know, and that's what it's all about, you know, that you have to feel good about what you do. And I don't feel good about those white blobs right now. you know, sometimes I'll do something with white blobs, but then it'll be on purpose. So that was that. And we're gonna skip the baby blue and go to sky blue, or what they call sky blue, and then we'll see if we agree. Is it sky blue? I think it is sky blue. So that's neat. We're going up to the other end. It's neat. It's going to be interesting. I have no idea what to do about the weirdie tomorrow. So it'll be interesting also to see how you guys, what your take is on that one. Because it baffles me, that one, a little bit. I have tried to color it before, and I think that what I did was a little bit weird. But it's supposed to be weird. It's a weirdie. So no surprises there. But it will be interesting to see everybody's colors on it. I think I'll be very curious to see them. That's for sure, because I've had a little bit of like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? When I colored it the first time around. I'll try to see if I can find that coloring and hit it up. I think I also have the coloring I did of this one. I'll try to see if I can find them, because there's like files and files and tons of files on my computer. So sometimes finding the right file can be a hassle, or even the right GIF, because I made so many GIFs and so many videos. But I guess Johanna knows about that. Totally many files. So a ton of files and videos. I mean, I think between me and Johanna, we've produced probably a million files or something, thousands and thousands and thousands of folders and everything during the last 3 years. It's been heavy on the machinery. So definitely been quite a ride so far. Now I think I'm gonna drop the indigo and go to that blue violet that I really liked so much. That's the one I have here. I really love that one. So I think I'm gonna drop the blue in between this one and that one. Just go straight to that one because I just so much love it, and it would be a shame to finish this without having a little bit more of it, just to please me and my eyes, because that is definitely, out of all the colors in this set, I have to say that that blue is my definite favorite blue. So yeah, and they're calling it blue violet. So yeah, that is definitely the blue that I like. Out of all of the colors that I've tried, this is my favorite color of this set. And that's very rare for me to find a favorite color that is a blue one. So I'll have to remember this, because I'm still looking for that perfect sequence of blue, red, green, and orange, yellow. The perfect combo, and I think this is that blue that would do the perfect in that combo. I think actually that one could, so maybe I can find it in this set. Yeah, I could. There's also, maybe I should make a note of that. There is also both a green and a red that I do like, and I do think could fit with that color scheme. So I have to test that out next to each other, how vibrant they will look next to each other. So that's it. It's colored. It's done. So the first video of Color A Weirdie Day, January 1st, 2018. Here we come, the weirdie year, except for that I'm missing those, something with the eyes here. And I do think that I know which one I want. I think I want that spring meadow green in there. So I want that one here. Spring meadow green, yeah. That's the green I want in here. So look, then it's really done. So yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you guys will be on the right above. Did I forget another part? Or maybe I got it. Yes, thousands and thousands, I know. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I know, I mean, wow. It's nice. I love that too, Johanna, and I love seeing your videos. And you progressed so far with the videos from when you started. You were like, how do I do this? But you went like a natural, you know, you went from 0 to pro really fast. You were so good at it. And your videos are awesome. I'm looking so much forward to seeing them. I'm excited. So yeah, that's it for our very first Weirdie Day session. I think it went really well, and I think it's a fun result. And I think, you know, when you look at these colors also closely, even though I didn't do any of all the crazy blending and all that, I think they dry up nicely. No streakiness, no, I like that. So that's our first one. And here's, okay, there's there. Maybe that, no, because that's that one. So I have it. Yeah, it's all there. So I'm gonna be signing off and saying thank you for this awesome session and this awesome start. And I'll be looking forward to seeing yours, and I'll be scanning mine, the ones from the previous sets we did. Remember to go in and get those while they're still at 0+ before I make them into one big set with all 11. So, and see you tomorrow. And come prepared. Go get the one for the second. And I'll hit up the second banner now. So the banner will change both on the group and on my page. And shortly, the one for January 3rd will be available on PayHip as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope that you will get it, you know, and join me and have fun with this little project, and we'll see how it goes this year. And I'm still, yeah, I'm drawing on the ones for next year, so you never know. But bye-bye for now, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.